are live here on Hot Tag Takes on HamiltonRadio.net channel HR2. I am your host, John BRECKO, trying not to get his eardrums blown out in this station by the producer, Ruben Rodriguez, in the studio. Ruben, how you doing, man?
Hey, oh, boy. Hey, how you doing?
You look like you had a lot of trouble sitting down just now.
I had a lot of trouble sitting down all this.
Normally, you have a lot of trouble staying awake. I start thinking you have narcolepsy during a lot of these shows. I get real worried about you when I can't see the bald head coming from the window.
Well, hey, I'll give you a pizza and you'll be satisfied.
That's right. You should do that for me more often on my shows. You bring this up, but then it doesn't happen, and I get very upset.
Yeah, it'd be like...
You keep holding out on me, man. I don't appreciate it.
We'll call you John the Hut.
John the Hut. Johnny the Hut?
Johnny
Hut. You know what? You can make Johnny work with any damn thing.
I know,
You
right?
really could.
You could.
Johnny Pizza, Johnny Hut.
Pete's,
You could probably put Johnny the and make it work somehow.
Yeah, these past, week or so, it's been a little tiring because doing a lot of things. Well, my mom recently had a fall.
I'm sorry.
So, and, keep an eye on my dad and everything like
Yeah.
that. So these past, week and everything, it's been a little rough.
Yo, you remind me of Debbie Downer from SNL right now. Like, you remember those skits from, 2006? I'm over here having a good time, getting everybody hyped for the show.
Yeah.
I'm just tired because I got to do all this shit and watch people.
Or watch people.
That's where he's coming. No, so
No,
we have been going.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was, but on the flip side, I got some good things going on.
Yes,
and
you do.
congratulations first on getting over 8,500 subscribers.
Not quite yet. We're close.
We're close. We're round to the nearest zero.
I was gonna say that. Stole my thunder on my own show, man.
Yeah, man. You monkey wrench your own self.
So let me actually talk really quick about the wrestling opinion. You guys have been real supportive when we've made these shows wrestling based, so we're going to start with one before we get into what guests we have, bringing him on, talking about their events. I'm very excited for our guest, by the way.
Yeah.
But there was a guy who came into WWE recently. He debuted on their last pay-per-view. His name on the indies was Jeff Cobb.
Okay.
And a lot of people do not like what he changed his name to. But
that's right.
At the same time, if that isn't the most country ass, I'm going to eat the corn off my cob with one tooth, y'all come back now, you hear ass name that I have ever heard in my life.
The corn and the cob.
Yeah. Bro, I can't do this.
Man.
That is the most country sounding name I've ever heard in my life.
Very country sounding.
His new name is JC Mateo. It's not much better.
JC Mateo.
Yeah.
Wow. Because Mateo. Wow, because Mateo is also sometimes can be a first name too.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen. At least we're not making it about food. You could have gone from Jeff Cobb to JC Potato.
Instead of JC Penn, it be JC Chicken.
What I'm trying to say is things could always be worse.
That's right. There's always something worse than the worst.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah, and everybody should probably remember that. But we have a very special guest here.
Yes, we
on
do.
Tonight's show.
Yes, we
He's
do.
going to talk about some of the events that he is putting together. I believe it's the first week of June, Friday, Saturday,
Saturday, and Sunday.
We'll talk a little bit more about it once we introduce him. But ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is a survivor of addiction and now spends his time helping others to do the same, as well as uplifting others and being part of their journey to be better humans. Let's start by listing off some of the ways he does that. He is the founder and pastor of First Love Unbroken, Inc., founder and owner of Mirror Image Apps, LLC, CEO of THAT's FYR Productions, LLC. That's a lot of letters. And the host of the Wolf and the Lamb Talk radio show. I very much enjoyed it today. I got a chance to check it out on one of my breaks at work. He also has a Bachelor of Science degree from Grand Canyon University in counseling with an emphasis on substance use disorder and chemical dependency, and is pursuing a master's degree in clinical mental health from there as well. He has done work for many renowned institutions, given back to many, continues to do so as a mental health advocate, father, and a beacon of hope for many. And we are so excited to have him here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, give it up for your favorite pastor, Brother Whoa! I've never heard anybody howl at one of my intros. That's a first.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I love it, man. How are you? How you living? How is everything, man?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, highly favored, and slightly crazy, but it's all good. You heard?
That's right. Yeah, man. Did I leave anything out? Let me know.
Listen, I was sitting here going, wow, I did that? What the heck, man? Oh, it's good stuff. I have to comment on this, though.
Right.
I have never, ever had someone read off the letters of That's Fire Production as THATSFYR. That's a lot of letters.
I was like, man, I don't know if I should say that's or THATs. He's got it in caps for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on there.
Yep.
Like, I feel like it should stand for something if it's in all caps.
Yeah, it was a setup, basically. That's all it is. It's
so you set me up on purpose.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You was probably working with Ruben, man.
Well, actually, when
Ruben told me to do it. He said, do it like that.
I knew it. I knew it.
No,
he always does this to me. It's always his fault.
That's right. It's always fault. I said confuse them.
I'm going to tell you what it means, though. It's That's Fire Production. It is something that it's an LLC. It branched out of First Love Unbroken.
Okay.
But it stands for Forever Yeshua's Redeemed. Yeshua being Jesus. Right. Forever Yeshua's Redeemed is fire. So at one point, man, I work with a lot of gospel hip hop artists, work with them in the point of just being out there doing the outreach, spreading the gospel, but also giving the testimony of who they are, what we've come through, how we are maintaining and moving forward in life. And one day it was like, yeah, man, that's fire. That's fire. And it just kept flowing and flowing and flowing.
And you're like, why does this keep name sticking right here?
Yeah, it was right in the right eye,
right
too.
In the
I was
crawl.
like, yeah, this is good. This is a good one right here. But we took that and we were like trying to, a friend of mine was trying to, Daryl Seidman, shout out to you, bro. We just started brainstorming in a restaurant. And we put that down, and the next thing it was like, we didn't want to be like Fire, like FRYE and everybody else.
You didn't want to be the same thing.
Nah, never that. If you can't break tradition, there's no need starting something.
Man, you know what it kind of reminds me of now that I think about it? You remember that old video store that was called FYE? They used to sell all kinds of old videos in there.
Where's this at?
They used to have one. They used to have one over at Quaker Bridge Mall. It used to be by here. Like they used to have in like all the mall stores.
Okay.
And they used to have like the old DVDs in there. It was called FYE.
FYE.
And it's really close to That's Fire. And you just made me start thinking about old DVDs. So I thought I would share that.
You got a lot of old people in it, so it's close enough. It's close enough.
Anyways, I interrupted you, man, over DVDs. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's all good because they tie into DVDs and all that, CDs and all that stuff. But no, it's real good. It's stuff that it started out. Actually, you know what? It started out with me going with someone to watch a gospel hip hop concert. Never been. I like the R&B flavor. I like jazz. I'm a little up in age right now. I'm like in my 30s. Forgive me, Father. Anyway, so so we went to go see this thing in New York, and it was the Kingdom Time Media. Little cubby hole, man. Walked in there, man. Joker standing up on the wall, mean mugging, and I'm like, what is this, bro? Like, do I have to bring out my piece? What's up? Like, I just want to hear some music. And we walked through, man, and my man was the cameraman, and we went in the kitchen or went in the backstage. They had a little kitchen, green room, whatnot. Yo, these jokers were back there chopping it up. They were praying, piecing it up with everybody, man. Women, guys. young, old, and then when they hit the stage, I was like, "Yoo-hoo, this is ridiculous." And it was new, but it was unseen. It was in a little spot.
He said, "Fire."
Yeah, definitely. I got a chance to meet them and what have you, and somewhere along the line, God put it in my heart to do a concert. Yay! Okay. Concert.
No, that's what's up, man. I'm listening. No, that's beautiful. I love that.
My first concert, bro. Put a lot into it. It was the name of the concert was Sold Out. Beautiful T-shirts. Looked like Jesus was on the cross, but it was in all letters. It was like sold and
I'm a soul man.
It was beautiful, and we had like the Saga came down, and a couple of jokers from up in New York, and literally like 12 kids showed up.
Wow,
like 12 kids. I was like, okay, something's not right here. But those 12 kids was rocking. They enjoyed it, and we came outside. We had a lot of fun. Big Willie from Philadelphia. Shout out to you, bro. God, man, he was amazing. He has Big Willie Enrecido. He had a whole crew of Latino gospel hip hop artists, and we just kept this thing rolling. But anyway, make a long story short, we had a lot of fun.
No, that sounds like fun.
I did like a 50-hour concert once. Never do it again. 50-hour concert, bro, outside.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot of concert.
Yeah, that's especially when you have nothing but people volunteering to come and play. We didn't stop the music. It's called like a David's tent type of thing.
Right.
So for 50 hours, we never stopped. The music never stopped. So
you ran that the entire 50 hours?
Yes, I slept. Wow. I slept around hour 32. When I started seeing spots in front of my eyes. No, I'm just joking.
That'll do that to you.
My people was like, "Yo, go lay down." So I went and laid in the car, man, and slept for like 15, 20 minutes, and came back out. It was pretty interesting. It's pretty neat. And now we do like 12-hour concerts. This year, we'll talk about it when you get ready. This year, we're doing a 10-hour concert. We turned it down because we got some other things going on. But yeah.
So that's probably a good place to kind of transition to this. There's a lot that in general I want to talk to you about. Sure. I want to make sure that we get to talk about some of the events that you're hosting going on Friday, June 6th, 5 p.m. at Lake Lenape East in Mays Landing, New Jersey. Saturday, June 7th, with the check-in at 8 p.m. at Stockton University in Galloway, New Jersey, close to Atlantic City. Fun fact, my wife's an alumni of Stockton University.
All right,
I have a couple friends who graduated from there. I was class of 2017 from St. Peter's. I have a couple friends in that class. She's class of 2019. And also Sunday, June 8th, on the Atlantic City Boardwalk from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., that 10-hour concert you were talking about. So I'm going to read the descriptions from First Love Unbroken site, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
Friday, June 6th, doors open at 5 p.m. Join Pastor Brother Wolf for a powerful evening of fellowship, flavor, and faith as they kick off the Surrender Weekend. Enjoy a family-style meal by Chef Timothy Davis, live music, raffles, and a word for the year from Brother Wolf. Can't make it? You could still be part of the mission by donating a ticket or table to bless someone else. Let's gather, give, and glorify together. We got...
I like that. That sounded really good.
Yeah, man. I try. Day 2 is the Surrender Conference over at Stockton University Campus Center, which is on 101 Vera King Ferris Drive in Galloway, New Jersey, Saturday, June 7th. Check in at 8 a.m. A call to be healed, whole, and ready. Join pastors, leaders, social workers, and clinicians. I'm hoping I said that word right.
That was right.
For a day of biblical truth, practical tools, and spirit-led growth with 15-plus powerful speakers, including Dr. Carl Benzio, Dr. Israel Pena, and Brother Wolf. This conference is designed to equip you for real, redeemed living. Breakfast, lunch, and breakout sessions included. Can't attend? Sponsor a ticket and sow into someone else's healing and calling. And I think they said breakfast and lunch included as well, which might have sold me personally, if you can see this over here. I got to tell you, Brother Wolf, I'm so fat that when I see somebody with a widow's peak haircut, I think of the McDonald's symbol.
That is just wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go any further, but that's now I'm going to be looking at people going, there's a Big Mac. That is just, you're going to get me in trouble now. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Listen, after me and my wife got married almost 2 years ago now, I started calling us Lardin Lady. I just want to let you know.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's a good one.
But day 3, that's Fire Recovery Concert. I know how to say it now. I don't have to spell it out no more. At the Kennedy Plaza.
ATSFYR, a lot of words. But that's all right. I'm sorry.
That's fire. Sorry. Can you use that in a sentence?
Hey.
Over here like I'm at a spelling bee.
Yes, sir.
The recovery concert is at Kennedy Plaza, 2300 to 2498 Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Sunday, June 8th, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. We're back. We're louder than ever with this year's theme, No More Hiding. Out in the open. Join us on the Atlantic City Boardwalk for 10 hours of nonstop worship, gospel, hip-hop, powerful testimonies, and redeemed joy. Over 15 artists, including The Sage, He-Sun Lee, Crown One, J.J. Fitz, John's Crossing, and more, will take the stage to preach the gospel through rhythm and rhyme. Bring your chairs, lift your hands, and let's end this weekend with a kingdom sound that shakes the streets. You do not want to miss this. Let's go. He's over here flexing.
Baby. That's it.
I love it. Yeah, man. So there's 3 different events, and I feel like when you read them on the site, there's something different that's offered in each one of them. A little bit of a different, spiritual experience. So from here, I kind of want to let you talk about the events, some of the people that will be there, some of the stuff that's going on. And I really want you to be able to kind of, talk about these events and even your experiences as well, if it ties into any of them.
Copy that. Thank you. Well, first, I want to say this, man. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Anytime that I get a chance to kind of help people live differently.
I love that.
Live differently. I definitely miss the things that I'm teaching now. I miss them because I didn't have anyone to say anything about them.
Right.
It was the tradition sometimes can get in our way, which is why, as you see on my shirt, it says break tradition. So, and I'm going to start right there too. So with the name Surrender, I kind of take time, I spend time with the Lord and really find out what he wants me to say during the course of the year. What's the theme? What's the direction? Where are we going? I remember one year it was literally water, walking on water. I think the theme for that dinner was, correct me if I'm wrong, Ruben, but I think it was do the impossible, walk on water with Jesus, right?
I think you're right.
And
do the impossible.
And that was friggin' amazing because the way that it even came about, the whole conversation that I kind of had with the Lord about the message itself. So with this one, with this year, it was really funny because it wasn't cohesive. It was just believe, trust, obey. It was 3 words. Yeah. I'm like, what do you do with that? That doesn't even, it shouldn't even. Did I hear you right, God? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was believe, trust, and obey. And it kind of took me maybe 4 or 5 months rolling that. And then he made it click. And he said, for you to be able to surrender, you need to be able to believe, trust, and then obedience will follow. Yeah. And that shook me. I was like, wow, that's really deep.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell people about it, and they were like, what the heck are you doing? So I'm going to try a little bit of it now.
Right. I mean, the message makes total sense, and it's a way I've never thought about it before. I love that.
So we are created in the image and likeness of God. From my point of view,
Right.
Everybody has their own worldview, but from my point of view, I would rather think that I'm created in the image of God, versus being a one-cell organism that evolved into this handsome man before you. I'm not going to go there, but I do understand that with being who I am, there are certain things that I hold dear. I have my own mindset. I grew up in a certain culture, my ethnicity, socioeconomic background, all of those wonderful things happen to me in life as well as anyone else. So watch this. When you are in distress, this is going to really sound stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway because it makes sense.
That's okay.
You're walking down the street and you've got some good stuff on, some good clothes on, good money in your pocket, and someone sticks you up. First thing you think is to throw up your hands and surrender. Yeah?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. Yo, whatever you want, bro. Take that. What, the watch? Yeah, here you go. Please.
I ain't do it.
All right. Let's go. Let's take all that. So there's a difference between this kind of surrender that God was giving me, and that is, there are times that we've learned or thought about God is that that He's forcing us to give Him something, so we lose everything just so we can go to heaven, and that's not the case.
Of course not.
What He's trying to portray in this conference weekend, this experience, is there's a different kind of surrender.
Yeah.
If you love someone so much that it becomes an easy thing to surrender what would cause harm to that relationship, that's amazing. Yep. And the only way you can do that is if you believe that the person in that relationship with you is worth it. Yeah. You trust them with your heart and everything about you. And then it's easy to obey the living God that says that we want to be able to live in harmony together. Go ahead.
That's the thing with some relationships too. You know, you never thought, you know, you could give something up, or it would be hard to give something up, and then that just made it easy. And it just changed it around completely.
Yeah.
It turns it into a 180.
You don't even, it's not even a burden when you surrender something out of love.
Right. 100%.
When it's like, if your old lady, excuse me, ma'am, I don't want you to be mad at me. He already called you names.
No, you're good, man.
All right. But if she's hitting you with over the head with, you better do this, you better do that, and I don't know when to do this, the Bible says that a man around a contentious woman, I'm going to paraphrase, would rather eat a gourmet meal on the rooftop than to be in her presence. So that's not going to get you to surrender anything.
Right.
Or do anything. There's no honey-do list for that. It's just, let me leave out of the house. But if it's a loving relationship, then there's a difference to it.
Right.
There's a big difference, because you don't want that feeling, that relationship, that connection to go anywhere. Yeah. And that's pretty much what we're trying to do. So me and myself, I'm a redeemed addict. That's what you were missing out. So I'm a redeemed addict. What does that mean? I'm a person who did crack cocaine, snorted cocaine. I did not mainline, but I did all the other stuff. I tried heroin. We did the whole pill thing. I was somewhat of a garbage can, what they call me. And I was a hustler on top of that. Yeah. So I started young with kids and sex and so on and so forth. Yeah. And my first kid was 17. She's now 40. So I was around 17 when my first daughter was born, my second daughter, and my second child, which was a son, and my other son was born pretty much the same time, 6 months apart, 2 different states. Hello. And it just kept on rolling.
You kept on rolling, man, clearly.
Yeah, definitely a Rolling Stone type of feel. You know what I mean? And seven later, I'm chill. So, but I got more kids than that now. But it's just during that time frame, I did a lot of prison time, jail time, county time, which is the worst thing on the planet, to the point to where I had 44 arrests under my belt. I've had judges tell me, I wish I could give you more time for this crime because you look like you're doing this as a career, thus the career criminal. I found a way around the system a lot. I enjoyed the criminalities that I was in. I felt as though I was Teflon. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be back. Make sure my money's right when I get back, baby.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure whatever stuff that we had, we split, or I was an organizer in that world and that lifestyle. I'm not a thug, none of that. I use my brains. Yes, I can fight. Yes, I did do all of that stuff in jail and the whole nine. But it was a lifestyle that I fell in love with because I found more love on the street, in the hood, and that's every hood. That's not just New Jersey, Philadelphia, Florida, California, Texas, Ohio, Kansas, which was kind of weird. That's Texarkana. That's a little weird there. Tennessee and so forth. There was love there. So it wasn't a bad thing for me. So it just kept
not even Kansas.
Kansas, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, man. Kansas, talk to me about Kansas. You felt some type of way about Kansas.
I felt some way about Kansas because I was on and I never lived anywhere. So all these places, I never lived there. I just rolled through there, did damage, and then left.
Yeah.
But we stayed on the borderline of Texarkana, Texas, and Kansas. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, on the borderline. You cross the street, the taxes were different. It was weird. But what gets me with them, they have tornadoes.
Oh.
Nobody tells you, but nobody tells you what to do when the tornado is coming. I'm from out of town. I'm in a store, bro. I go in the store. There's a whole bunch of people on the street. I go in the store.
Just chilling like nothing's wrong.
Nothing wrong. They're out there, everybody partying. I'm like, oh, this is great. I love this, man. I walk across the street from the hotel. I'm a little tip. I wasn't a little. I was a lot tipsy. We just got finished doing, about a 50 or whatever, and came over.
Right.
And I hope I'm not triggering anybody. If I am, please seek out your nearest counselor or call 911 for help because you don't have my phone number yet. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I go in this store, bro, and the siren goes off. I don't think anything of it. I buy my alcohol. I get some chips. I walk outside. Nobody's outside.
Everybody was just gone?
Everybody's gone. And I'm like, I can't even ask somebody what's going on. I just hear,
oh.
I'm like, oh, Jesus.
See, that's what it was. Nobody told you what was going on.
Nobody said nothing. How you going to leave a black man standing on the middle of the street in a strange town? Come on. That's not right. That's not even fair, man.
Come on, Kansas.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, back to the story. Bro, I can hang with you anytime. Before I go on with my story, right. I can hang with you anytime because we can vibe together. I can just see that right now, just to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
But, so all this stuff goes on, man. And as I was telling you earlier before we got onto this, and I'm not going to drag it out, but my mother, I'm a mama's boy. I remember in Philadelphia, I did something. What I did is I stole money from my mom. It was food stamps, actually. I took her food stamps. I took like a $50 look. Y'all might not know this, but food stamps used to actually be like bills in a little booklet. You tear them off and you walk around and be like, trade it in, they give you change.
They're not like that now?
No.
What is it, like online now or some shit?
Yeah, now you get a little card. It's like you go in there like you got a bank card. Swipe.
Yeah, now you're looking all fancy.
Yeah, and nobody knows. But back then, you literally had to pull out. Anyway, so I stole some money from my mom, and I went to go out, and then I got high because you could trade them in for cash. I got high, and on the way coming back, my mother is in South Philadelphia. Is walking up the friggin' street, bro. 2 blocks away, she spots me, and all I hear was, "Don't you run! Don't you run!
He put the finger up.
She put the finger.
We talked about the finger before the show, man.
The finger. Yes, she put the finger up.
She put that Hulk Hogan finger out.
I just was like, I'm gonna take this one. I gotta take this one. And she walked up, and I know it sounds like child abuse, but I wish it was. She walked up with a switch and whooped my behind all the way back to her house.
Oh yeah,
big strapping dude that I was. Yeah. All the way back to her house. And I got back to her house. She got to her door. She said, "Don't you call me no more. Don't come by my house no more. Don't send no letters." Don't.
Damn.
She went down this line, and then the last part of it was until God gets done with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
44 arrests later.
It took a little while.
Took a little bit. I was stubborn.
Had this man on a Pokemon journey for a little bit. But you know what? Eventually he got there. So I do have a question actually for when you finish talking about the events. I think we were still on the first one. We were on
and I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna move into. I was actually giving you my testimony.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, that's me. That's where I was. This is who I am now. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not just a pastor, but the CEO for the corporation, which is First Love Unbroken. Mirror Image Apps is a whole nother entity. That's an app that's we're trying to. It's patented, and we're pulling that out to help with addiction, but also with PTSD, anxiety, and so on and so forth. It builds an avatar that looks like you, ethnically sound, and it gives you your ethnicity, your culture, gives you back your natural language, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so let's get to the dinner. Timothy Davis is a good friend of mine, a world-renowned chef. He's going to be chopping it up for us. We have food that comes in every year. Ruben does not eat meat. I feel bad for him sometimes.
I feel bad for him too, man.
Yeah,
he's not even here. We got to make fun of him when he gets back. He's in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll wait till he gets back. But we had mint lamb last year.
You know what we should do? I hate to interrupt, but we should really bring this guy on the show, and we should bring like a whole bunch of like different meat dishes, and we should just eat them in front of Ruben. Ruben, we're talking shit about you, bro.
Have a little knives out.
We're talking about all this meat you can't have. None of this meat.
Oh man.
Slathered in sauce.
Oh man.
We're gonna be getting all this. We might bring the chef on the show.
Have him.
Yeah.
And cook.
We'll bring all the meat on and we'll eat it in front of you. I just want you to know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I tell you this. He literally had a good time.
He's triggered now.
He ate good though, because we had so much food, dude. We had enough for 200 or 300 people, and we only had like 110 there.
Oh yeah, he's good.
But that's how we cook. We do that every year. We do a buffet gourmet style meal. We're doing that again this year. It's an opportunity for our sponsors, supporters, and those that are in the recovery field, as well as those that are in recovery houses, to come and sit down, have a meal, see what this redeemed living looks like on the other side, and be able to enjoy it with us. We have live entertainment. We have Sarah Patrice. She's going to be doing the band. We have DJ Whirlwind. He's going to be spinning the wheels. And that's my fundraiser. That is the only fundraiser that we normally, like major fundraiser we do during the course of the year, to help the children that we serve, the families that we serve, and everything else in between that we go through. I'm going to say this. If it's all right. I'm going to give a plug.
Go ahead.
firstloveunbroken.com/donate or firstloveunbroken.com/event/event. I'm going to ask this while we're talking. I want to see if we can get 100 people to donate tonight. Doesn't matter what it is. If they can do $5, $10, $15, $20, $2,000, I'm not, going to be picky.
So
but if they do,
I will let everybody know that is in the group chat. We have a few people watching right now. Shout out to Big Life, Big Dreams, who said what's up to us in the room.
Amen.
Shout out to Geek Chuck, who said, hi, I love your vids. I hope one day you hit 1 million. I hope I do too, because then I'll be able to donate for everybody. You know what I mean? And then there's Scamify, which you don't look like you about to donate. You look like you about to steal money. You got to change that name, man. What's going on here? But shout out to him. He was here last week as well.
Yeah.
I appreciate him being on. He said, what's up, bro? He said, what's up to Brother Wolf? Brother Wolf is in the house with us on Hamilton Radio. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys can donate as well, we would absolutely appreciate it. And again, whatever you guys can spare, I'm sure we would all be appreciative of, just anybody trying to give back. Just as a whole. So thank you for watching. Thank you if you choose to donate.
Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. And if you don't, man, just look out for us later on. When you see First Love Unbroken, give a shout out to it, or That's Fire Production, or whatever the case may be. To us, it's not about money. It's about being able to make sure that people can show up. So I want to say why I'm asking for the donations. What we do is when we have the recovery programs come in, and we have certain groups come in, and we have people from outreach, outpatient programs come in, we don't want them paying. That would make no sense. So we have people donate the tickets. The tickets are $70 either for the conference or the dinner, and the concert's free, and that's 10 hours. But we want to make sure that they can not have to worry about it. Just show up at the freaking door.
Right.
Come there and sit down and have a steak with me.
Man.
So do what you can do, and let's have some fun. I'm gonna move on because I want to get to everything so we can get back to chopping it up.
Totally fine.
So after the dinner, which is a lot of fun, like I said, we do raffles, we do all that good stuff. Man, I bring the word. You'll hear a little bit more about that surrender process, and then we go into the conference. The conference is at Stockton University, same price, but it's a full day. You have over 10 speakers. You have breakout rooms. Dr. Carl Benzio, which is the founder and CEO for Honey Lake Clinic in Florida, mental health. And he has can I say this? 85 to 100% success rate. That is friggin' unheard of. 85 to 100% success rate 6 months to a year out for everybody that walks out of his door. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
And he's going to be speaking. We have Dr. Israel Pena up in New York, Social Phils. He's also a psychiatrist and another pastor coming out. Dr. Ron Newman. We have Dr. David King from Association of Health and Human Services, a professor coming to speak. All these names, you may not even know who they are, but we're going to be talking about addiction, depression, anxiety. Hard topic from Danielle Graziano, which is sex trafficking. Sex trafficking. You don't even hear about this stuff in the churches or in the street. And then we don't understand that.
We don't understand what's going on.
No. And then when a person gets released, if they escape or they get released, how do you deal with that trauma? You just tell them, get over it? No. So this is what these conversations are about. We try to feed you. Right now, we need to make sure that we can do this. We want to fill the seats more than anything. And then I'll probably speak about mirror image apps there. Last but not least, I think that's it on the conference, right? There's more on the conference. There's 10 people. You'll have a lot of fun. Come out, and it's at Stockton, and everybody has a table out there. Can I get to the concert now? That's the fun part.
You seem excited for the concert, man.
I'm good. I like the concert stuff.
That's right.
I'm there for the whole 10. I'm there for the whole 10 hours. I'm going to be bugging. I'm everywhere. I'm on the stage.
No, see, you're going to go through event 1 and 2, and you're going to enjoy yourself. But in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, this concert, we're getting closer.
We're getting closer. That's the closing. That's the closing moment right there. We turn it up. I'm not even going to hold you, man. We turn it up. We put the speakers out on the boardwalk, Kennedy Plaza. We blast it and we rock out from the time we say go until we turn the lights out. We have Jonathan Wallace, man. He's a good friend of mine. He just got off of the Apollo stage, rocking and knocking it down. He's going to be out there. The Saga's not going to be there this year. He's unable to make it. I was hoping he was. He's unable to make it out there. But we have a whole slew of other people. Heesan Lee is coming up from New York. She's bringing the whole family up. She's an amazing female artist. Keelanda is going to be there. Look up these names: Kiana Parks, KP, him over her production. Listen, we're going to slay it. That's all I'm saying. And then some. There is John's Crossing, JJ Fitzpatrick, 2 different bands, rock and roll. That was my first love. They're going to be out there doing their thing as well, and we got some strong testimonies as well.
That's right.
Last thing I'll say is this: on the whole of the whole 3-day event, people live and survive off of what they see. We are a seeing generation. We always have been. They want to see something. This is why people have an issue with God, because they can't see him. More people are going to read you than they'll ever read a Bible.
Yeah. Come
out and see the people who've actually gone through what we're talking about. We're not judging. We don't care about none of that nonsense. What we do want to do is give you an opportunity to have some hope and healing so you can be whole and not just in recidivism of recovery, back and forth over and over again. You don't want to go through that for the rest of your life. Come out and hang out so you can see what the result is. So we're not just talking to you. Guarantee you're not going to lose anything. Only thing you have to do is gain something super important. And that's it. Okay.
Nah, man, I love it. I love the message. I love the fact that you're out here trying to help people. Because I'm a swim instructor full time, so I teach people how to swim for a living. My part-time job is as a personal trainer because, I've been working out in the gym. I played football in high school, so that's been a big part of my life for, 10, 15 years now. And, it's how I wanted to give back. So when I see somebody that's passionate about giving back, however they choose to do that, because there's a million different ways that you can give back. I appreciate that 100%. Any way you can help somebody and be willing to serve, because people, when you talk about being willing to serve, it doesn't have to be, a religious thing. It could just be doing something for somebody. It could be something just as simple as holding the door for somebody when they walk through the door. That's all service has to be.
Buying coffee for somebody in front of you at Wawa or behind you in Wawa or something. Yo, do that. It'll change them. They will love it. And you ain't got to be like, God bless you. Let me pray for you. Put hands on you. No.
Listen. 99.999% of people will appreciate that you bought them a coffee.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, anybody that is willing to give back, I think should 100% be appreciated. And I appreciate you being willing to do that for other people. So from what I understood when I was talking about Ruben, you're located in Atlantic City yourself, and you're part of the Atlantic City Rescue Mission as well as other service organizations. I would actually like you to talk about them really quick and the work you and others do with them, as well as some of the organizations that you're involved with in that area. Because I think when people go to Atlantic City, in many cases, they only think about the casinos, and I think that's part of the problem with Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go off those casinos now. You know what I mean?
Not really.
You don't want to be like me and end up forgetting where you parked in Atlantic City because you didn't want to park in one of the hotels. They don't even have change for you in some of those parking lots.
Nah, it's like they don't.
They cost $6. They try to take your whole 20. He's like, nah, I don't have change for you. I was like, nah, I just walked off with my change. I got free parking out of that, so that may not be so bad, but
that's because he wasn't really an attendant. He was just there trying to get some money. I'm just saying.
I believe it.
I'm not trying to blow him up, to blow up his spot, but yeah, he was just.
Yeah, you ain't taking my whole 20 over $6.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You've been out here all day. You said you ain't got no change. What's up with that?
Yeah, nah.
As my daughter.
I ain't asking no questions. Just give me my 20 back.
That's a little sus right there. As my
kids we can't do that. Either it's $6 or it's free.
Yes, sir. One or the other. And I'm not bringing you back a soda or a beer. Thank you very much.
That's right.
I'm not at the Atlantic City Rescue Mission. That was back in the day. That just was on my resume.
Okay.
But I was a resident at the Atlantic City Rescue Mission, of course, being homeless. But then once I got out of, I guess back in 2007 or so, there was some chaplains that saw something in me, and I ended up being an assistant chaplain that was there. So I got a chance to give the word, got a chance to be on the shifts and help out in that capacity. And then when I moved off-site, I still came back and tried to give back at that point. Then there's things like Iron Sharpens Iron Men's Fellowship.
Yeah.
They started that, man, oh my God, 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
A group of guys coming out of jail, coming out of prison, Joe Frisbee, Malik Corbin, Nice. There's just a group of them sitting in the house, man, just chopping it up, talking about the Lord. Next thing you know, they were over 100 plus strong. Homegrown right there in Atlantic City, New Jersey. They still meet every Thursday, either at the Atlantic City Rescue Mission, or they find a location and they just announce it and jokers just show up.
That's beautiful.
It started out as a men's fellowship, and then they started bringing their wives in as well. Then there's Joe Schmoes. Joe Schmoes. It's a Bible study. That's online. We do that. That's kind of like internationally all over the friggin' place. Wherever the guys are, they just plug into our email. That's a closed set. That's a lot of fellas. I don't run that. I'm a part of that, and I'm very thankful for it too because I've had a lot of nice connections with them. Fellas, F-E, and you didn't spell that one, but it is in all caps. I'm just want to pick at you for a second, but
that one I could spell.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, that was a little shade. It wasn't a lot, just a little. But fellas, actually is faithfully eternal, loving, loyal, anointed servant.
So that one actually stands for something.
Yeah, it stands for something. It's very long, but it's just fellas.
Right.
It's a men's group that I started. I'm going to probably end up bringing it back up again to complement the actual another clinical group that I have. That we do every other Sunday, and that is the Redeemed Recovery Community that I so proudly do up in Vineland. We're going to probably switch that to online services as well, which will also be on the website coming up pretty soon. So we've done everything. I've done things at the Atlantic City Police Department, going there, speaking to them. Believe it or not, you have a lot of police officers that see crimes so much, constant, every day. They get callous. We see a lot of stuff where we just say bad cops, but they are human and they run the risk of getting burnt out when they see the same person over and over, time and time again, coming right back.
That's anybody too.
Sure, you get callous. I had an opportunity to go up and speak with them because I wanted them to see the end product. If you can just last out. That was me out there constantly, all the time. Didn't matter where I was at. I was always going to get in trouble somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see me again, especially if I was making money or if there was girlies there, or, a little something, I'm coming back. You're just going to have to rush me again, and then I'll be back and I'll find a new spot. But I wanted them to see the reality that things do change if we give Christ and some techniques. For some people, it may not be Jesus. It may be them just having an encounter with someone who knows Jesus or knows the right coping mechanisms for them during that time frame. So all these things are incorporated, man. I've had an opportunity to speak for the ACHHS. I'm going to be doing that in October again. That's been up in Texas, Ohio, and in Washington was, I think, one of our latest ones. So, that's some of the stuff. Come to Atlantic City. Last but not least, when you come to Atlantic City, come up there with a purpose.
That's
come
right.
up with a purpose. There is a lot going on out there. They are trying to change some things around. So stay in your lane, basically. If
That's
right.
Right.
And don't go out there looking for drugs, because drugs will find you, and along with the people that come along with it. So
yeah, man.
Go out and have some dinner.
So, Atlantic City Rescue Mission. What it kind of sounds like when you explain it to me is it kind of sounds like it was a little bit of a starting point for you. Is that where you finally started, to find a way to be able to serve and come out on the other side of some things that, maybe weren't going the best for you?
So, yes and yes.
Okay.
I won't say there was the 1 year done.
Right.
I was a chronic relapser, to be just chronic relapser and a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
So it was a place that I got a chance to see some real people and some real help. And then my last encounter back in 2012, moving into 2013, I was back there again. I'd been away from the mission, had a home, family, started over again. another marriage, that was went, and she cheated on me, keeping it real, and almost put me back in prison for, violence.
Yeah.
God had a ram in the bush, pull me away, and before that time frame, I guess I kind of was just running on what I'd heard other people say about God or about redemption, or it was good to hear it. I saw it, but I didn't try it. But I remember standing on the steps of the Atlantic City Rescue Mission. I've been back in there again. Here I am back at ground level. Now I'm not high. I'm here because I literally just don't have a place to go because she's in the apartment that we had, and so on and so forth with our kids. And I was angry. I was very angry, screaming at God. Why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
If you're real, you need to say something, blah, 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 because I'm tired, and so on and so forth. And I, like you and I are talking right now, sir.
Yeah.
I heard God literally in my ear, not in my heart, not in my mind, not a feeling, but I heard him audibly tell me, now you know how I feel when you cheat on me.
Okay.
That shut down my whole world, bro. That was my change. I was like, man, this sucks. I don't want you to feel like this, God. You're the only one who never did anything to me wrong.
Yeah.
It shook me. It really did. It shook me. And from that point on, my life shifted. The way that I saw things shifted. And as far as Christianity goes, not the religion, but the relationship portion. And the way I saw people. So, yeah. Good question.
Yeah, man.
Good question. That was my start. That was, that was that place. That was that place, man. It was either prison or
it was either prison or that.
Yes, sir. Good choices. Good choices. Still on this side.
Yeah, man. So this is something that I wrote down. This is a little bit of a shift from what we were just talking about.
Okay.
We talked about this in the intro for a little bit. You went to Grand Canyon University currently, still going there actually for your master's, as we talked about. I'm trying to ask the important questions on the show, right? Why the hell is this place 3 hours away from the Grand Canyon out in Phoenix, but they named it this? Because I'm over here trying to think about Grand Canyon, GCU. This is blasphemy because this is a totally different type of area. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of what this nonsense is. Why are they out here lying to people, Brother Wolf? I don't appreciate this right now.
I don't know, but I'll tell you, it's a freaking big place, and no, they are not near the Grand Canyon. That is total. It's wrong.
Listen, I'm probably more offended than the people that actually go to school there in Arizona.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They're trying to get out of there without having to pay another price tag.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a distance. It's a distance. If you've ever been out there, it's really nice.
Oh, Phoenix is beautiful.
I went and graduated there. Yeah,
that's where we went for our honeymoon, actually.
Oh, sweet.
So
what'd you do?
So I mean, we actually went out to the Grand Canyon one day.
Okay.
We spent one day. We spent one day there. We went over to Scottsdale a couple times.
Okay.
There's actually a plot of land that my dad owns that we actually got to visit while we were in the Grand Canyon, over in Williams. It's literally a whole lot of nothing, but Williams is also a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been to Williams, Arizona, there's maybe like about 5 houses there total, and like one shop. Like there's nothing in Williams. There's tumbleweeds.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when you see a tumbleweed on a mountain, that's when you know there isn't shit over there.
There ain't nothing there. Maybe an armadillo, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, man.
No. Did you hang out? Did you guys hang out at nighttime out there?
I don't know how much we did at nighttime. That I'm having a hard time remembering. You know what the crazy thing is? The biggest thing I remember about the nighttime in Arizona is that Jack in the Box was still open. Yo, Jack in the Box was good, man.
Yes. Okay,
Listen,
I'll give you that.
You can bribe me with nightlife for Jack in the Box. I'm telling you right now.
My dude.
Yeah.
And they are. I dare say that they're better than like McDonald's and.
Arizona put me on to Jack in the Box.
Yeah, they're better. Nothing against the Golden Arches, but I'm just saying.
Let me ask you something. What do you think of In-N-Out?
Yes, sir. I didn't go there.
You didn't go to In-N-Out at all.
Mm.
Well, what was going on? Was everything okay? What's going on, man?
No, my wife kind of kidnapped me. we went over there. We went over there for graduation, and there were things that I wanted to see and things that she wanted to see, and she's a whole lot prettier than I am.
That's probably very true.
And softer.
I don't doubt it.
I went with the softness. I looked at it and waved. That's about it.
Yeah, man. No, because me and my wife tried it on the way actually to the airport. It was like one of the last things we did in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. Cause here's the thing, In-N-Out's real cheap,
mm-hmm.
and it's nice for the price you're getting it for.
What's the cuisine? What is it?
Like just burgers and stuff.
Just burgers, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. No, like it was a nice size. There was a nice size burger, good price. Mm-hmm. It was good for what I ate, and
okay.
I was like, this is enough. You know what I mean?
What do you think?
Like it wasn't like life changing.
No,
which I didn't go into it with like expectations, so I wasn't really let down by it. Like I just wanted to know.
You just wanted a burger,
and I'm like, this is enough. This is fine.
Yes, sir.
I could do this. I would do it again. Is it always going to be my first choice? No, but it was fine. Okay. It was decent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself.
Would you do Shake Shack?
Oh, I've done Shake Shack.
Yeah.
I already have.
I'm like subpar, man.
You don't like Shake Shack?
I can't do them. Yeah, it's like the Johnny Rockets going bad.
See, it's another of it's not my first choice, but like it's decent. I don't mind it.
Okay.
You know, like I can do it. Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's places that you're gonna say hell yeah to every time. Like
right.
if there's one fast food place that gets me every time, and obviously not Jack in the Box because we don't have that here because New Jersey just likes to be evil. You know, I'm a big Wendy's guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love me some Wendy's. You give me a Dave's triple, I got some trouble turning. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I can't do the triple. I'll do the. I gotta be starving for a double.
Yeah, he'll cheat on his wife for a Wendy's burger.
Or Wendy's triple.
Ruben's gonna show her this now.
I don't know where this rapper came from, dude.
Listen. Me. I'm not gonna lie. I get the double when like you're just like starting. Yeah. Like and you like need like a little bit more just to like top you off.
You don't stop to savor it?
Yeah, man. If I'm trying to savor it, I'll get some nuggets with it.
What? A burger and nuggets?
Listen, yo, Ruben.
Burger nugget.
How good would it Ruben, remember when we did like different food combinations on this show?
Oh yeah, with the hot sauce?
Man.
Yeah, not even just the hot sauce, just like anything. Like you remember when we had the Sour Patch Exploders?
Oh
that
yeah,
we put in between Reese's.
Oh yeah.
Like you remember the Chick-fil-A sandwich with every sauce from Chick-fil-A on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sat here and they got every sauce from Chick-fil-A.
That was
one chicken nugget, and they just dipped in every.
That was the messiest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Why?
I can
do Chick-fil-A.
Actually, you know what? That was so messy. I actually had to change the linen on the table.
Yeah, it was soaking through. It was bad.
It was.
Yeah.
No, but what I got to do one day is I got to get a Wendy's burger and put chicken nuggets in it.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Just one day.
One day.
Chicken nuggets in a Wendy's burger.
Chicken nuggets in a burger together. Just in general.
Would it be a Wendy's
put
cheeseburger?
Them together, put the nuggets in the burger. Close it up.
Nuggets in the burger. Close it up.
Actually, no, you should get the Wendy. Yeah, you should get the like a Dave's double, and put the nuggets in between the two burgers.
He's trying to shortchange me a whole patty. I don't appreciate that.
A Dave's double.
Dave's double versus that triple, man.
Oh, the triple. I'm sorry.
I instead of the triple, but if you are putting the nuggets in there, you don't want to overload. You don't want to be overload. I like the fries though. I'll do the Wendy's fries versus the
Oh yeah.
I
like McDonald's
has
fries,
good fries.
but
yeah, they do.
I can't, and this is just a pet peeve of me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get a consistent container of fries. Like some of them are soggy, some of them are hard.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them look like they're no at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's true.
They're never.
Yeah.
Some of them are dark, some are light. I'm like, was this made 2 days ago and this one was made like 5 minutes? I don't understand the difference in complexity. It's just weird. But with the Wendy's fries. Pretty.
You need some consistency. With
but actually, you know what?
Fries.
Believe it or not, I mean, honest with you, I love Five Guys fries. Five Guys burger fries.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking about.
And they put the Cajun seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
hey, Ruben.
Yeah, it's Ruben. Yeah.
I'm going to give you something. You ready?
Okay.
Get the ketchup.
Okay.
Get the vinegar.
Okay.
The malt, and then take the seasoning and mix it together.
Okay.
And then dip your fries, bro.
Yeah,
okay, I'll try that.
I'll
try that.
I'm telling you, that thing is rocking right there.
Right there. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, because ketchup already has vinegar in it, so it's just a little.
But you're adding more vinegar,
right?
Because it's malt vinegar, but then you have to put the spice in there
as well.
That's the spice it up. Yes, sir.
See what you gotta do. See what you gotta do is you gotta put You gotta put some salt and vinegar chips on there. Yeah. And dip it in that.
Now you just messed it up. No. We had
vinegar on vinegar.
Vinegar on vinegar with vinegar. No, I'm not doing it. I can just feel my teeth growing hair right there, like biting in vinegar. I can't do the vinegar stuff like that.
Listen, you know what? That's better than McDonald's fries. That'll dry your mouth out with all that salt. My mouth will be looking like my mouth will be looking like that Arizona desert on the Grand Canyon. My mouth will have tumbleweeds in it, Ruben.
Well, I'm going to tell you, reason why McDonald's fries dehydrates you because even when there's already salt in the fries. There's like 6 or 7 salts in the fries before they even add salt.
And then they put salt on the fries.
More salt in it.
Yeah, when they use the factory.
The soda.
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 salts in it right before it leaves the factory.
Yeah, no, like I could feel myself drying out right now.
Well, it's done on purpose. Because
like this is what a cactus feels like.
Exactly.
It's me talking about.
It's done on purpose, so you can keep buying the soda. Coca-Cola.
The sodas,
The sodas.
And then the soda's gonna dehydrate you too.
Yeah, keep you thirsty.
Then you're gonna go back to the fries.
Yep.
That's how they get you, man.
Yeah. It's a dangerous cycle.
You know what the crazy thing is too. So we were talking about how I listened to a little bit of the Wolf and the Lamb Talk radio show, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was this lovely lady who lives near Penn State. I forget her name. I wish I remember her name, but she is a founder of a business that combines faith and medicine. You could talk a little bit about it if you want, but they were talking about like so much health and wellness and about how, Brother Wolf is going to try to get on track here. And I just brought him back down with us.
Yeah, Betty Lou. That's Betty Lou Crawford.
Okay.
Right? And D.H. Bob, I think. I think that was the show with those two on there.
Yeah.
She's going to be actually one of our speakers. I'm looking forward to actually sitting down picking her brain, man, because she's real good. She is definitely real good. And she was a doctor. I don't know if you got that part.
Yeah.
Or a nurse practitioner.
And then she went into her own practice.
Own practice. And the reason for that is COVID.
Okay.
And not for the reason that you would think, oh, this is COVID, I don't want to be around people. No, it was because of the shenanigans going on.
I'm sure there was a lot. There was a lot going on in hospitals. I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a lot, and she kept blowing the whistle and talking and saying this is wrong and so on, and why you put the not trying to blow the spot up. It's old history now. It's no need even getting into it. We all, fool me once, shame on, you. Fool me twice, shame on me type of mindset. But then she started her own practice. You know what I mean? And she's one of those people who really believes in this mindset that we're created in the image and likeness of God, 3 in 1. Make sure that you're healthy, physically healthy. Make sure that you heal we call it the soul. Clinically, you call it your mind, your mental. You got to make sure that things are working right there, because that's all you have. And and then you, of course, the spiritual aspect of it goes from there. Did you hear DH Bob, dude? He was on there too. That was the young man.
I wasn't able to listen to the whole thing. Again, I listened during my break, so I was only able to get into so much because my break is only 30 minutes. So I'm in the bathroom just over here like this on my phone.
Yeah.
I can hear my lesson walking in.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I got to hurry up and write this question down, man.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It was good. It was a good conversation. She's going to have a deep topic as well that she wants to speak about. What we're eating, what we put in our body that would affect the way that we actually think.
Yeah.
Some different things instead of pharmaceuticals that we can use. And I don't knock pharmaceutical prescriptions, and neither does she, being a nurse practitioner. However, now she's a homeopathic practitioner as well. But it's just, there's a thing called overkill, and then there's a thing called overkill.
Yes.
It's just, sometimes you got to let it go. You got to let it go and be honest with people. So this whole event, this experience that we're going to have this coming up this weekend, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, is just that. It's an experience. I don't like calling it an event or anything like that. We want it to be an experience. We want people to experience things with the speakers, with the artists, with the chef, with the everybody. You need that connection. We have been missing that. We fell into this trap that says 6 feet away, please. And we stayed there. It's not like the people are saying 6 feet away now, but we're in that arena where we don't have that connection. Come here, let me sit down and talk with you. Let's have some coffee. Let's go over some deep things. What's your phone number?
Some people are still in that mindset. Like I still see people in masks every now and then.
And I can't. You know the weirdest thing for me, bro? Can I tell you the weirdest thing for me?
Yeah.
People in their doggone car with their mask on. Who are you protecting yourself from?
Yeah.
Take the mask off, please. Is there a reason? I mean, is it just you're scared of your air conditioner or something? There's got to be something behind that.
Is it giving you too much cold air to breathe? Is the cold air going down the wrong pipe?
I don't get it. I don't understand it. But paranoia is what paranoia is. Some people are just there.
Yeah.
I survived 55 plus. 58 now. I'm 58. I'm 50. I'm gonna claim it. 58 years. And I'm not dead from breathing somebody's funk or whatever. So I'm gonna be okay. If drugs didn't kill me, I think me and COVID, we're cool.
At all the things that could probably kill you on a daily basis.
Yes.
And some more than others. 100%. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll live through it. I like the tell me, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because nobody, and if anybody, well, this is two things. If anyone has a question for me that are listening, please by all means ask me. I love having good stuff to talk about. But how long have you been doing the podcast, man? Like, how did you start doing this kind of endeavor?
I wanted to be in radio and broadcasting out of college. Mm-hmm. And I actually, started interning here for credits in my last semester. And about 6 months after I started interning here, because I remember I talked to Gino, one of the owners, in October of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I was interning here for about 6 months. I started January next year. And July of that year, I had a show, and we've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
So,
that's beautiful.
It started off as the Round Table. We changed the name a few years ago. And the YouTube really started hitting about a year and a half ago with all the different shorts that I've put on there. And we've transitioned to a lot of wrestling content now just because that's what's been getting the most views.
Okay.
But, you know, that's, you know, kind of just how everything started. No, this has been going on for a long time, and we've had a lot of different guests on here over the years. I remember back when we had Don Beebe on the show. For anybody who doesn't know, he's former Super Bowl champion. I remember back when we had Jacob Williams on the show. The popular one that people ask me about is obviously the Tommy Chong one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the one where random people hit you up locally and be like, "Yo, what happened with Chong, man?" Like I still get that every now and then to this day.
Wow.
Like we were talking about Chong before you came, before we were on.
Before we got on the show, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my dude, man. Cheech and Chong was like forbidden in our household. Growing up, told you my mom was like Holy Ghost filled, and
yeah, she'll bring the finger out if she sees a Cheech and Chong film.
If she saw that and they were walking, coming out of the van with all the smoke and coming out of the van, oh no, that's not happening in this house here. No, you're not having that wacky weed and all that up in here. So. But I still snuck out and watched his movies, though. They were pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. They were fun. What was the one with, was it Corsican Brothers? What was the name of that? I know the theme
I always get the movies mixed up, too.
But that was like one of my favorites, man. Like, all the other ones was good, too, but that was one of my favorites. It was funny. It was good.
Yeah,
it was
man.
tactful.
100%. Yo, Ruben, you want to know something? So... You know how PJ's been doing shows in AC, right? Like to the point where he's actually paying a room up there. Like somebody's charging him like rent.
Oh, really?
So like he's out in AC that much. Like he's probably more in AC than he is his actual home. So
wow.
Yeah, no, he's been in AC a lot. He's probably up there more than he's at college. Like I would 100% believe that. You know, but.
Yeah, please paying for it.
No, man. The reason why I'm bringing it up is, you know, because Brother Wolf is out in AC, or he's close to AC, and he'll be on the boardwalk on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
10 minutes out.
Yeah.
And PJ's on the boardwalk all the time.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is PJ might walk into some gospel.
That's true. Well, he needs it.
Hey, man, the last post of PJ on Instagram is a midget twerking on his chest. I don't know how this happened.
See, I told you.
But
he got caught out here. That's what he did. He done got caught up out here. I keep telling people, don't run through the city if you ain't from the city. Cut it out.
She was about 3'2", had green hair.
Oh man. I think I know her too. I don't know, but
you know what? I might know her too. It's that bad.
I'll be honest with you, that sounds like PJ right there.
Wow.
Yeah. and he's just singing as it's happening. He's laughing. He's singing.
Wow.
He's having a grand old time, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Actually, I wonder if he.
You know, you can have fun doing almost anything. That's my model. I mean. I got to give you a scripture. Here you go. Ready?
Right.
He came to give you life and that more abundantly.
Yeah.
So with that being in mind, I thought Christianity and things that were quote unquote goody two-shoeish meant that I wasn't allowed to have fun. I barely friggin' sleep now. I have so much stuff going on.
I'm in the same boat, actually.
Yeah. You never think that you can actually do good stuff and have a good time, bro. But when you start doing it, it's stinking amazing. And I love laughing. So please, by all means. I haven't heard you tell a joke yet, and I know you've been waiting.
Who, me?
Wanting to tell one. Yes, I'm sure you have.
Listen, man. I thought I got him with the fat jokes earlier.
You did a little, but it was good. That was good. What did you say, Lord and...
Me and my wife are known as Lord and Lady. That was what I said.
Lord and Lady.
I got an hourglass body like Shakira, except my hips lied to you.
That was actually...
He just looked surprised.
I was surprised. That was a little bit quick. You was holding on to that one, wasn't you? You was waiting.
Oh yeah, always.
I know. I understand.
Yeah,
That was a good
man.
one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I
man.
hope to see you. I hope to see you out there, good sir.
Yeah.
Or somebody. I hope to see people come through. I would love to. I know you guys don't do the flashing thing, but I would love to see people donate and help other people.
Yeah.
We cannot. I'm shifting gears. Sorry, I didn't know how much time we have. Do I have a minute?
Yeah, we got a little bit.
Cool. So, I would love to see people help other people for a minute. There are people out of state, I'm sure, that listen to you.
Yeah.
That may not be able to make it up here. And we are a 501c3 too. So think about it. Pray about it. If you don't pray, then by all means, put some money in there and we'll pray for you.
That's right.
But same thing. First Love Unbroken. You can't miss that. FirstLoveUnbroken.com. You'll see my documentaries on there. You'll see the website for the Wolf and the Lamb Talk radio show and a couple other things. But go in there, donate. Last but not least, I'll say this. We also started a church in Pakistan about a couple of years ago. We are presently dealing with 16 families and 58 children that we put through school. I feel private school out there. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
Sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and they get hit pretty hard. They just want to love on God and do enjoy life. So when people send the money, sometimes I tell them, don't expect us just to do it for events or for things here. The Bible tells me to go into all the world and preach the gospel, but also to be able to distribute it and do it the right way. So we take care of a lot of things. I know this weekend is real important. It is going to be life changing for people, but let's see what we can do. And I'll come back and let you know how many people donated.
Yeah.
And so you can give me a shout out on the air. Sound fair?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
I love it. And send your boy PJ my way too. Don't bring that midget
I
with
will,
him either.
100%. Ruben, send me the website so I have it so I can donate when I have a chance, okay?
I'll copy that, bro.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, I've been sharing
Appreciate
it throughout the show, too.
Okay.
What?
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, Ruben's usually on top of that.
Yeah, that's my dude. Can I tell him about you, Ruben?
Yeah, please.
Is it bad?
No.
If it's bad, I'll make fun of him, so it's totally fine. You can still do it.
Sure.
So
You
Ruben,
go ahead. It's all yours.
Ruben is actually on the board for First Love Unbroken.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's been walking with me. He came down here came down to meet me one day. Brought him to my house and had all these vegetables out for him. And he was saying, I don't eat meat. I was like, oh, wow, snap. I had to go grab a whole bunch of stuff and hook it up. But we've been talking, man. I just love his heart. And he accepted my invitation to be on the board. And he's been a blessing ever since, man, because he's good to talk with. And he makes me eat my veggies. So I appreciate him.
See, Ruben, we're still going to have the chef on, and we're going to put the meat spreads out for you.
Mm-hmm.
We just want you to know what's going to happen.
That's it. I'll hold you like some corn on the cob or something for later.
Nah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much. No, but dude, thank you for coming on the show. I 100% appreciate you being on. I appreciate anybody being willing to come on the show and, share what they do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing what you share, doing what you do for all the people who are in need. God bless you, man. We all appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I would love to have you back at some point, especially when we can get these meat spreads going. You know what I mean?
I do cook, so I got you. I'll hook you up.
All right. No, but once again, man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. God bless you guys. Have a good one.
But everybody, make sure you attend these events. Friday, June 6th, Saturday, June 7th, Sunday, June 8th. Mays Landing, Galloway, and Atlantic City, New Jersey. You got so much going on, man. But make sure you guys all attend. Make sure you guys undonate to First Love. Make sure you donate to FirstLoveUnbroken.com
.com/event.
Yeah, buddy. All right, everybody.
Amen.
This has been Hot Take Tot Bleh. I am tired. This has been Hot Tag Takes here on HamiltonRadio.net. We will see you guys next time. We will be back here next week. Deuces.
Yeah.